Sure. Obviously disappointed in the result. And to be quite honest, we didn't defend very well, and we definitely didn't rebound very well against a high caliber team in which you've got to be able to guard them if you want to have a chance to win. And unfortunately, we just quite couldn't do that today. Did some good things for short periods of time, but overall, you have to play better and longer against a team this good. So just take the loss and move on.
Kind of went differently there defensively, especially during that second half when they were able to go on a few of their runs.
Yeah, for starters in transition, we just were having a hard time getting matched up for whatever reason. We've been really good in transition, but we couldn't get matched up in transition, and that in itself is a problem that's going to create everything else. So whether it be dribble penetration, whether it be assignment correct on a ball screen, whether it just be flat out just sitting down and guarding the will. I didn't think we quite had that same edge today as their offense did.
Coach, you talk a lot about the three-point shot and the difference it makes, not only this league, but college basketball. Every time you went on a run, they hit one.
Yeah, and a couple of them were wide open. Yeah, it was probably a big difference in the game. They made 8, we only made 4. At their place, they missed a lot. We ended up making some. And so it's, they take threes and layups. We take threes and layups. And so that statistic is probably going to determine who wins that game. And unfortunately for us, we had a few rim out, but more importantly, we gave up too many open looks for them. Because even if yours rim out, now not saying ours weren't open, but you can't really control that. But you can control being assignment correct as opposed to being able to just jump up there and make a shot. So not happy with that stat either. So. But yeah, this is the result you get, right? When you don't do that, this is what you get.
With Isaiah struggling offensively, Lukai really stepped up for you today.
I thought Lukai had a great game. I thought Gaige had a great game. Both those guys were really ready to play. They were locked in. There's a certain level of stubbornness you have to play with, when you're playing even these big games, right? I mean, and we normally do that. Like, we normally have a very stubborn group, but today we weren't quite stubborn enough. But Lukai and Gaige, they definitely were.
Did that zone bother you guys a little bit, you think?
Maybe a little bit. 3-2, maybe a little bit. They used it throughout the game to change up the flow of the game. And, we probably got to get more player movement, ball movement against it. When we were able to ball screen the middle, we were able to get downhill a little bit in the first half. But we probably need to attack it a little better.
What do you make of the shot selection on three-pointers today for you guys?
Well, a few of them were wide open. I mean, like we're not talking Isaiah Mosley, okay? Let's not get Isaiah Mosley can shoot any shot he wants, okay? But let the other guys. We maybe took one rush one in the first half, but I thought Donnie Kleck was wide open. I thought Jamonte Black was wide open. Lukai, he made 2. He was wide open. Yeah, I mean, not to say that shot selection is not part of this type of high-level game, but you got to guard something. You can't give up over 53% and worry about pretty much anything else.
When you see the struggles, just still offensively, when you see the struggles for Jamonte Black, Jalen Bennett, their three-point shooting, it seems to be that's kind of where you guys can go sometimes. Are you concerned with their struggles, or do you just want them to keep shooting out of that?
Yeah, they got to keep shooting. I mean, shooters shoot. That's what they are. They can't do something else. Again, we can evaluate and see what type of shots they're getting. I thought Jamonte's were pretty good. Now, I will say this. I thought we took a couple where we could have maybe won more to an open man, which we can probably correct some of that. But when you're a shooter, you got to have a short memory. Both those guys are great shooters. They started off unbelievable percentages and makes per game, just the law of averages probably, but we can probably get some better looks. But I want them, even when they miss, I still want them to guard somebody. I think that's probably a bigger issue.
Gaige made some just amazing plays in this game. That first half, 17 points, but then they held them down pretty good in that second half.
Yeah, we came out early. We went right to him. He takes a good licking down there, and over the course of the game, just fatigue sets in a little bit. But we definitely tried to get it to them, and they, you know, I mean, they really, sometimes it was 2 people, 3 people, sometimes 4 people. And you got to get player movement off of that. But you know, he really carried us in the first half, and he got plenty of touches. I mean, he's going to get touches. He needs to get his touches. But we probably got to give him, you know, some other guys got to step up and play a little better on that side of the floor. But I thought he really had a spirited game. I thought he was really dialed in.
I thought your crowd was good today.
Yeah, good crowd. Should be.
What was your thought process on the final timeout you took?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we just winded. We were gassed. I mean, just trying to, you know, we needed another stop, right? We were down, I think, 2 possessions, and we just could not stop them. So I decided to stop them by calling timeout and maybe settling the dust and getting the ball under control a little bit. But that game was just, you know, just getting away. It was just getting away. And we used a couple early because they went on a couple nice runs. Yep.
You know, we gotta grab a couple rebounds here and there. You know, we can't foul in certain situations and stuff like that. So it's just about knowing time and score and what to do and when to do it. So I mean, we didn't execute that greatly, and so we just gotta move on to the next one.
What did you make of the defensive effort today?
You know, first half I think we did pretty good, and then I think, you know, we kind of let Braden Norris get off a little bit, which, you know, it's, that's something we have to do is, like, you know, hold those guys to cut them in half of what their usual points are, and so I think we did a good job of that tonight. And so, you know, we just got to go look at the film. Like I said, you know, just got to move on and get better from it.
Well, they changed up early there in that second half. That was able to get them on that first run.
I mean, they just started hitting shots, and, you know, we just don't think that we were as aggressive as we needed to be, you know, in our defensive presence.
Sort of a team leader, how do you move past this? Or how
I
do you
mean,
get
you know,
past it?
you're not going to win every game. I mean, it's, how many teams have gone, you know, undefeated in NCAA history? You know, not many. So I mean, you know, win some, you're going to lose some. You know, we just keep our heads up. You know, put this one behind us and get to the next game of practice.
So you think you're pretty confident in the team's ability to rebound from
Yeah,
this?
we'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. So.
Just when they switch up on you, you had that great first half, and then they're sending 3 guys at you every time you touch the ball. Just kind of how overwhelming is that? It just changes up what you guys are doing.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you know, it's just, you know, to help with the team, but, you know, make adjustments and whatnot, and, you know, kind of caught me off guard at first, but, you know, you just got to settle in with it and just make the right play out of it. So.
Anything else for Gaige? Thank you, sir.